In this video, I'll show you how to install Mac OS Catalina on Asus FX504 Gaming Laptop with Intel 8th Gen i5 processor, but before that, let me tell you what works and what doesn't. First, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth don't work, so you have to either use Ethernet or get a dongle that is compatible with Mac OS. Second, the trackpad doesn't work, so you always have to use a mouse. Third, the dedicated NVIDIA GPU doesn't work, so everything uses Intel HD graphics. Apart from that, in my use so far, everything else works fine. Before I begin the tutorial, a quick disclaimer: if you end up bricking your laptop or lose important data, I'm not responsible, so do this at your own risk. So to do this, we need a Mac and a 16GB pen drive. I've already made a tutorial on how to create a Mac OS Catalina USB installer, so go check that out. Once you're done, this is how it will look like. Now, if you are doing this on a laptop that is not similar to mine, you will need to run Clover and select the settings according to your specific laptop and configure the config.plist based on your configuration, which you can look up on 20Mac x86. But if you have a similar laptop like me, you don't need to do this. Just download Clover Configurator, open it, go to Mount EFI, and mount the EFI partition on your install Mac OS Catalina drive. Then open the EFI partition and paste the EFI folder that I have linked in the description that you can download. This has Clover, Kext, a working config.plist, and all the necessary drivers for installing Mac OS Catalina on this specific laptop, so you don't need to do anything else. When you're done, plug this into your laptop and boot into the BIOS by pressing the escape key and then selecting Enter Setup. If you don't see advanced menu here, just set up an administrator password and then reboot and you should see it. There's a couple of things you need to check here. First, turn off Secure Boot, set the SATA mode to AHCI, make sure the DVMT pre-allocated is 64 megabytes, and disable Fast Boot. Then save and exit, and again smash escape, and this time make sure to select your USB drive, which for me is UEFI HP something something. This will boot Clover from your pen drive, and here you need to select Install Mac OS Catalina with the arrow keys and not your other drives. Then hit enter. This will take a few minutes. Once you see the setup screen, select the language and open Disk Utility. Here on the top left, select Show All Devices. Then select the hard drive you want to install macOS on and click Erase. Set any name you want. I'll go with Jesus on my 1TB hard drive. Let the other settings be as they are and click Erase. Once it's done, close Disk Utility and select Install macOS Catalina, hit Next, agree to the terms, and here select the hard drive which you just formatted, which in my case is Jesus, and then click Install. This will take the time it says it will take, and then it's going to reboot. When this happens, make sure you hit escape and select your pen drive and boot from it, and then on the Clover screen, make sure you select your hard drive that you just installed macOS Catalina on and not your install disk. In my case, it's Jesus, and then hit enter. This will resume the installation. This takes around 20 to 30 minutes depending on the speed of your drives. Once it's done, it will restart one last time. Again, make sure to spam escape and select your pen drive, and then in Clover, make sure to boot from the hard drive that has Mac OS installed. This will finish the installation and you should soon see the welcome screen. Go through this setup without connecting to the internet and as quick as possible to avoid any problems. You can set these things later on. And now we have Mac OS Catalina running on an Asus gaming laptop. But we're not done yet as we can't boot without the pen drive, so let's fix that. First, open Finder and on the top go to Preferences and check the hard drive option so we can see it on the desktop. Then download or transfer Clover Configurator onto this Hackintosh. Then open it. Go to Mount EFI and mount the EFI partition on both your pen drive and on the drive you installed Mac OS Catalina on, which in my case is Jesus. Then open the EFI partition on your pen drive and on your hard drive, which should be empty, and then just drag the EFI folder on your pen drive onto your hard drive. And that's it. Now you can boot without the pen drive. Just make sure to select the right partition to boot in your BIOS settings. If this video helped you, consider leaving a like and let me know if you want to see benchmarks on this $750 Hackintosh. And if you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button.